Seatbelts on. Yes. Engines are going. Excellent. We've got a terrorist group just next door. It's fantastic.
Dude, insane. Dude, trick shot. Oh.
Oh my god, is that man on fire?
Dude, that's insane.
I can't believe Far From Home really took it that far. Yep, we're up. Yeah, it should be. These memes radiate extreme energy. They make me manually breathe heavily through my nose.
Dude,
You just got banned off Twitch because you're a misogynist. Why would you put cheese in an Oreo?
Ooh.
Honestly.
Oh god, bro.
Alright,
Okay,
so
fine.
stream's up. Let's go. That's fucking cringe, could you not? That's an amazing intro, guy. This is episode 93 of my scuffed Minecraft Let's Play. Today we're going to build a portal to the Nether. Backed off what? No sugar coke.
What's the gender these days?
What's a gender? Man, that's such a social construct.
Yeah, dude, honestly, it's pretty fucked up.
I identify as Windows 8.
Same. It's pretty shit. Hello?
Fuck off, retard.
Toxic.
I love you. No, I'm not. But who's Renato?
Yeah, it is Renato.
And I'm gonna say this with real fucking quotation marks, the people watching would prefer.
Wait, let me see this. Let me see this. Are you live streaming on Twitch? Okay.
Anyway, so who is Renato for the people watching?
Stimpy.
But not Irish?
Dude, what is Irish, dude?
Potato. Don't forget, guys, Ireland is part of the UK. Fight me.
Dude.
Ark.
Are you talking about Ark, dude? Let's play some Ark, dude.
He was touching his dick.
Smashing a big booty bitch, dude.
Is that better? Yeah.
No. We don't
okay,
know.
No,
we heard you the entire time.
Shut the fuck up!
You were just talking to us, and me and Joggler just talking up with someone else.
So my mic wasn't working, so no one could hear me. This is a great start, guys.
Yeah, you've done amazing.
Yeah. So
Keep going, son.
Dude, this is like watching LGBT community fucking compilation going wrong, dude.
This is
liberal convention going wrong.
Liberal.
Dude, this is what this podcast is.
Dude, it would just be people in like really shitty chinos at fucking liberal conventions.
Kmart chinos.
Kmart chinos, and one of those like clip-on ties, like not even properly done clip-on ties.
Don't forget those $5 black plastic-like shoes.
Also,
that, like fall apart in a day.
Also, dude, people who wear fucking like sports tops as like normal everyday clothes.
Those are the kind of people that deserve they should commit, not breathe.
Commit, not breathe. That's pretty harsh, don't you reckon?
No.
No.
Oh.
Just no. I have no argument. Just no.
Okay.
No, dude.
Oh. Well.
It's getting a little spicy.
Dude, what a feminist.
So anyway, we're actually gonna hear what you fucking did with Renato, or are you just gonna like
bounce
around the subject?
You go, John.
So basically, there's a Zerkland, and yeah, I thought, why not, dude? We're gonna stream snipe him.
So we
Wait, so
And,
you stream
No, we
sniped
didn't
Donato?
stream snipe him. We're already on like
Nah.
we yeah, kind of like he kind of
You
invited
either
us.
did or you didn't.
He
It's kind of weird.
He kind of invited us. We
Mm.
thought we were on the same server as him, so we're like, oh, we'll give you some shit, and then he fucking wasn't on the server, so we're like,
And,
oh. And then we just
After half an hour, me and Thong met up at Outpost, which is where Anado was, and there's a big cancer Zerg there. And I said, Anado, and he looked on my head to me and said goodbye. And then I got basically concaved by a wave of people. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they would they wouldn't
like
let him leave
saying
the outpost because
genderism
they were
not-
scared he was gonna die, so they fucking trapped him in and stood on top of his head. It's like, get him! Ah, get him! Get him! Don't let him
Pretty much,
leave! And then there was a couple of stream snipers with spears who came in and commits basically terrorist attack where they would just come in
Yeah,
and just
pretty
hope that the fucking turrets sprayed down
This sounds
other
like
people.
World War Z.
It literally was one guy blocked the exit out of there, so they started fucking climbing
Wait,
a
isn't
World War-
Outpost friendly, but if you attack, you
Yeah,
get gunned
yeah,
down by
yeah.
the scientists?
Yeah.
So they pretty much just threw the spear, ran into the crowd, and just got as many people as they
Yeah.
possibly
Yeah,
could.
they did that. It was really kind of fucked up. And the World War Z, yeah. And what
Didn't
else?
they make a World War Z game though? It's like Left 4 Dead but third person.
They did, and it looks good, but I think it's just
I
There's
played
no
the demo and it's alright, but
It
the
ju-
only thing going for it was really that trailer. You know, the trailer they did 2 years ago?
were
Where it
the
was in the middle of nowhere and there was hundreds of zombies. Wait, was that the same game or?
Yeah. I remember watching the trailer. It looks really good, but I know it's going to be underwhelming if that makes any sense.
Well,
'Cause-
yeah, because it's going off for one thing, being
Yeah.
hey, there's a bunch of zombies, and
It's-
Left 4 Dead's a thing. Left
Yeah.
4 Dead's just been around for ages, and it's still the granddaddy of zombie shooters.
The AI with the zombies is actually really good. They actually make they actually mob up together. It's really cool.
Fair enough.
And they
Just like in Rust.
yeah, except got him.
Well, you just run on the beach and immediately, out of nowhere, you have anything other than just a rock and a torch. You
Yeah.
are immediately, priority one. They see you. They will not stop running to get you.
That is true.
Hey, it spent 30 minutes running after me.
It's not
on
this.
Wipe.
You don't see it as a Rust player. There
As
are
a Rust
certain
player,
grades of people,
immediately.
and for some reason, the EU players. I'm not trying to badmouth you, Anado, but
Yes, you
your
are.
players are fucking shit. Honestly, it's like they're
Yeah,
dumb.
pretty good.
It's like they're actually dumb. Europeans are stupid. 'Cause
That's the thing. You look at the AU and then the EU scene. We're just going to consider the server has just wiped. You've just connected in, say, a minute or two in.
yeah.
What is your first instinct? Is it to A, fight someone on the beach?
You
B,
took my fucking
swim
spawn,
out to the
you
fucking
idiot.
ocean to try and get barrels? Or C, start running inland,
Who the fuck
farming
goes?
trees,
Who
and making a
swims out
base?
into the ocean?
Me,
Honest.
because I get enough low grade, I find a boat, and then I start just bouncing off that.
No, what
And
I
out
do
of
is I normally
nowhere,
just.
I have full prim kit, and I'm set.
It depends
I
on.
just go onto the mainland, and out of nowhere, I just get fucking shot by some guy who picked up a custom out of a box with 8 bullets.
Is this straight away wipe?
This is 30 minutes into wipe.
Yeah, no. What you do is you just get crude oil, and then you fucking get yourself a mini copter and go to a secluded part of the map. And
Yeah, but I'm a dipshit who plays on low draw distance, so I immediately kind of just skirt around launch site, and then, oh, okay, there's SAM sites there. Boom, boom, boom. You have been killed by Sam.entity.
yeah, no, the SAM sites are pretty fucking aids.
Yeah, they need to do something about them, because you just fly by, and you can't even
They need to
see
make them.
a big clan base that just gets drawn in.
They need to
and
make them
just has SAM
either
sites.
more
Oh,
noticeable
this is
or
fucking
actually,
annoying.
at the very least, make them load in from further away. Because it's just
That's
impossible.
kind of hard to do, though, because that's an engine limitation, rather than
Oh no,
just a...
it's not, because they have. It's actually they can optimize settings. So what
oh
they
my
do.
god, are we speaking to a Rust developer?
No, what they do is they have this thing called entity culling, and basically, if you're not looking at it, if you don't have a direct line of sight, if there's object.
Yeah, like if you're not looking at
obstructing it,
someone, they're
it
not going
won't
to be
load
rendered.
in.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And basically it comes into a sort of field of view, but like I would be hella close to this SAM site, and I wouldn't see it until like it started shooting at me because I'm going heaps fast, but then again I can't even see the fucking base. It's just
and
not
the
there.
only way to really avoid them while you're in there is to spin around in like sort of a circle.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to pull off, not to mention you need to know that you're passing by a SAM site
And
to do it.
the sound is broken for them too. They
Yeah, because it's like your surround sound doesn't work properly with it because they're just such fast-moving entities.
Oh no,
The game isn't meant
yeah,
to
it's
like...
lagging. The sound lags behind, so like
Yeah.
you actually take damage before you even hear the sound, which is annoying. I mean, it's kind of
Yeah, that
realistic, but
happens.
like not that long. Like you can
It's kind of like what
noticeable.
happens with Bradley, actually.
Yeah,
tanker.
but Bradley isn't overpowered. Like it's pretty fucking
Well,
scuffed.
he's still
Bradley's
powerful,
dumb,
but...
dude.
What?
Bradley's not smart at all. Like,
Yeah, no,
holy
like-
shit.
You can easily maneuver his AI to just get into a favorable position and then you just run into launch and take the loot, get out.
Yeah, well, the thing is that it
Like,
doesn't
people
even
have been
have
using
AI.
him as just a legitimate easy farm with C4. You go up to the front gate where there's a little security box
Yeah, you just chuck it
with
in.
a window. You just get him to stand there.
Actually,
or
that
wheel
security
there.
that security box is bugged at the moment. So what happens?
They're just gonna remove the glass,
No,
knowing.
yeah. So it can see through the glass,
Dude.
but when it shoots at it, it just kills you.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's fucked.
yeah.
That is kind of shitty.
So like the explosions, yeah, they need to fix their explosions because do you ever like? It's not. It doesn't work with like when
Do you
you're
ever
in a
just
base,
have
but
any
like
yoke that does not shoot? Because I sure shit
Oh,
fucking
dude,
do.
that shit's so fucking annoying.
When
Like,
you're
every shooter
coming up
just
behind a
doesn't,
full
dude.
AK kit with an Eoka and like just basic prim gear, and you think, oh my god, I'm about to get a fucking AK. You get right up close to them, you start going tink, 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 and it's like 5-6 hits in, they turn around, they shot you immediately. It's like, I want to smash my keyboard.
Literally, I fucking hate that, dude. Holy shit.
no, it's. I mean, but then again, like the EOK, if it was a one like tap weapon,
Oh, if it's shot
like
once,
it's
dude, I'd rather use it than fucking AK.
yeah, if it's shot the first time every time, yeah, it would be like
I know,
the most
but it's like they
overpowered-
must have some sort of algorithm being like, oh, you're next to a full kit player with an Eoka. It
Yeah.
looks like you're gonna hit this thing about 7 times.
Well, what I was saying was trying to say earlier about the fucking SAM sites is that they actually don't use AI. They just it is sort of AI, but
it's
like
not AI, it's just a basic,
It's
if
ba-
X is close to Y in 500
no,
meters,
the actual rocket.
shoot.
Yeah, but no, the actual rocket has its own inbuilt AI.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
just pathfinding.
Yeah, but
It's-
it's just it's overpowered pathfinding. Like they've made it too good.
Yeah, but the problem is if they make it too bad, we'll just have, TGB and all that
No,
shit.
that's why you make
exploit the hell out of it.
That's why you make the rockets faster, but you just make the turning speed slower.
That makes the whole problem even worse, though.
No, it doesn't.
Because they've got to improve their systems so much.
They
in
don't.
order to
It's literally just a
compensate.
variable. Like, you know that like most of the time when they're doing like codes, what they do is they actually
Yeah,
make
yeah,
a
yeah.
config sheet, so you can like there's actual config files in the server side and developer version of the game where you can just literally just say, oh, set speed
Like
from,
on staging branch.
yeah, from like, let's just say like 60 kilometers an hour to 80 kilometers an hour, and then reduce just turning by like 10%, and it would just make it so much harder for it to hit. But it would also make it like, if you don't know what you're doing, you're just gonna get killed.
You see, all of this is good and all, but if you can't build a fucking 2x1, you can't bother. Like, you can't bother with this shit. And
Yeah,
that's
but
still
it's-
the main problem
but-
with Rust. Just
What?
getting to that point where you know how to play the game
Yeah,
even remotely competently.
Yeah, but the thing is that like my issue is just that the SAM sites are too overpowered. Like they're just
This
broken.
sounds like
They're
a
broken.
first world versus third world problem.
Yeah, I don't
My
care.
SAM sites are too overpowered versus I literally cannot get a fucking spear off beach.
Well, that's because you're shit.
Yeah, exactly, but
It's
once
no one
again,
else's fault except for
the
yours.
tutorial needs to be built in a way that it still makes the game the brutal
That's true.
masochistic game.
I think
it
they
is,
do need to make
but
a.
it needs to be clear what you need to do. Like, when I was spawned in, the first time I played Rust, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I
Yeah.
didn't know I could hit a goddamn tree with a rock to get wood for about 2 hours. I was just running around getting killed and like, wow, I spent $20 on this shit.
Yeah, I reckon there should be a mandatory
Just a basic,
Do you remember
here's a
Unturns?
rock,
Like, do you
here-
remember Unturns tutorial? Like,
I
that's
don't know what
Oh my
Unturns
God.
is.
Do you remember it, Juggler?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they had that for Rust, it would make it so much easier, because fuck, I get pissed off when I see twig foundations and solid stone walls.
Dude, I made a twig mansion with my mate for 2 fucking hours, and then some cunts with flamethrowers came and then burnt it down, dude.
What server were you on?
I was on Happus.
Oh, damn. Happus, I reckon, is probably one of the best servers, but is just underappreciated.
Nah.
I reckon...
Surge.
No,
Upsurge Mondays,
no.
guy.
The actual
my.
map is the best map, I reckon.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
Yeah, no, because the thing
Well,
is
that's
that
really good.
no one plays on it because there's only one main server that has it. But the thing is that they actually limit it. They only allow 100 people in on it. If they had like a 200 slots on that,
150!
or 200 slots, it would actually be so much more like active, because the map is huge and there's actual like. Have you ever played those like games where it's like the same map and you learn certain parts of the map and you just learn how to master it and you just.
A lot like Majora's Mask in a way.
Yeah,
you
and,
learn
like-
the map, you learn the ins and outs, the
And the
best
thing
routes
is,
to
yeah,
take.
and the thing is that with if you have the same map, it makes it so then, you can set up locations like, oh, this is our territory, like this, like through like the whole year. So technically, it never wipes in a way.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're
it's
not
the
allowed
same-
to come near our fucking sperm kettle or kill you.
Yeah,
That's the kind of stuff I'd like to see more of. Actual territorial, like, conquering, so to speak.
yeah. I reckon that they.
Like, for example, if you control this specific area, well, you're going to get this specific variable type of reward. Like, for example, you're in a forest. You've conquered this kind of area. This means you're going to get a fuckload of wood, or a stone quarry, blah, 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 rather than just static monuments that are still good.
Yeah.
Like, by all means. But the rest of the map is just empty, filled with practically
that's
nothing
why I
but
think.
bases.
That's why I was
There
thinking.
needs to be far more of the
Yeah.
smaller, more dynamic elements that Rust is really good with in terms of just its players.
The only thing that Rust is missing is that they don't have like proper mountains, if that makes any sense. Like they make
Just big fuck off hills.
yeah, they just make hills. Like there's no mountains. They should like.
And with helicopters,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
And if they made but if they made the map less like flattish and more like harder to maneuver, it would basically make it easier for fresh spawns, because
Well, it would play to a solo or a smaller group's advantage, because
Exactly,
big
yeah.
clans, sure, they're going to be going up and around and everywhere, but they're vulnerable. You know where they're going, and you know the route they're going to take
and
if
it
you know
makes it
the area well.
easier to take out bigger
Landmines
groups.
and bear traps will become so much more important.
Yeah, if they
like
restrict,
traps and stuff.
Like the thing is that they're not restricting the players enough. That's
Yeah.
what-
Well, for example, being on road, it doesn't matter if you're a good player, because if you come across a group with 4 or 5 people in it, the road is there because there is no cover. You're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So they need to they need to just restrict the players' movement. But that's why that's why I think they should keep all of the like what do you call them, vehicles as they are now, because that basically makes it for late game to get resources faster.
Well, it doesn't matter about late game, because late game is the point where everyone's jumping off the server, especially because of bigger clans.
Yeah.
true.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
that
they need
is,
to like. I think the only thing they need to
DK
do.
system needs another rework. In my opinion, DK should more so
DK, what?
restrict
What's
harder
that?
end game. I'm talking about the DK in terms of like upkeep.
Oh, decay.
So, for example, like a 2x1.
Yeah.
That should have far much less DK, like, or just none at all, comparatively to what it has now. But then it goes in an upward trend to the point where you see a clan base, and that'll cost 3 to 4 more times to build.
Yeah.
Restricting the giant size of a base. Of course, people are going to find a way around that. Look at Evil Worst, and he's able to make giant
I
bases
think the only
so
thing that this
efficient
game
and cheap,
needs
it's ridiculous.
is just a huge expansion of the electronic system. Like, make it
No
as if
one
it was...
uses the electronic system.
Yeah, but I need...
Yeah.
but if we made it a huge expansion, say, like, we added in...
Then more people are going to be like, this is too fucking confusing. How do I wire up a door?
No, it would be...
People don't understand the basics.
Like, as in an expansion, I mean, it's better mechanics, it's more understandable, more things you can use with it, and, like, more items.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking is...
This is starting to sound a lot like Gmod, to be honest.
No, but if they did it correctly, it would be like Minecraft Redstone, essentially, if that makes any sense.
So, what you're saying is Minecraft Rust.
Yeah.
Okay,
if they added like redstone into Rust, if you know what I mean, you'd be able to make like automated shit. I want to be able to like make a like a box that automatically smelts shit, if you know what I mean. Like I can just dump like
An autoloader.
yeah, an auto loader. I want to be able to make that because like at a certain point
But
of
if
the
you
game,
do that too
it's
much,
just so
then once
tedious.
again,
No,
it's
because
going to end up being the, hey, guess what? Clans are going to abuse the fuck out of this, and they'll never be back home. They'll have one person
Yeah,
farming,
it's the
and
thing
then
is that-
autoloader does the rest, and 20 other people out PvP.
but it also makes it easier for solo players to get AKs. Think about this. Think about it on a graph. Clans are only good up to a certain point, so they basically hit the AK level fairly quickly, but it will speed up the AK level of like solo players and shit like that much quicker because they're not spending their time, you know, tending the furnaces. They can just leave it and it'll go all day and all night, if you know what I mean. Like they can just log off and it will still
That's
be
fair,
going.
because clans are still going to get to AK point no matter what,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
solo players are going to have a much harder time doing so.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
And then I don't know, but like solo players, they like get AK usually like end like at the very end. It's kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Endgame
And then
for
you get
like
overridden by
solo
fucking
player is
clans anyway. It's like damn.
exactly because on wipe day they're like, hey, we're just going to completely devastate the landscape, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
Being a solo player in Rust is not fun unless
Yeah,
you're good
yeah.
at the game
Mm.
and know how to make friendships and alliances very quickly and efficiently.
And
Because if you run up on one person who's a dickhead in the area, even if they're a solo player, that's it.
Mhm.
They've slowed you down to the point where you have to deal with them, raid them, and unless they've got good gear, it's not going to be worth your time.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
there
that's
should
true.
be... Oh, they're adding in the cars. Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
going to be
dude.
abused.
That's-
Hey,
That's gonna be
clip it.
sick, though.
that would be fun though.
Yeah, it's got
It would
three
literally
modules.
become
It's gonna
Mad
have
Max.
yeah, it's gonna have 3 modules. I'm gonna make like let's be honest, the clan's probably gonna have the trucks. They're gonna make
all the
trucks.
fucking cars and
Oh
shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
but don't make
Yeah,
them
all-
slow.
all of them, and like there'll be none left. I swear to God.
I think that they should. I'd only use a car as a second backpack because I don't think that they're worth it because you're so vulnerable in a car.
You're not wrong.
Like
Unless it's enclosed.
also they're making another helicopter for groups, and you can store storage and shit in it.
For clans, yep.
Yeah. Well, no, it fits only like
Only
6.
sex, dude. That's enough, man.
It's pretty much like the Thingo variant of the boat though, except you can
Yeah.
craft it.
True. I don't know, man.
Wait, can you craft it? I don't know.
Craft what? The helicopter?
Yeah, and I reckon
I don't know. To be honest, I
then
don't know.
there needs to be more expansions to endgame because people just log off servers, and that's what basically pisses me off. That's what like basically demotivates me to play Rust because I'm like, oh, yeah, even if I do, I'm just gonna hit endgame and I'm gonna spend hours in the base just organizing loot.
Yeah, true.
They need to have like a, yeah, I think they need to add electricity to organize shit and stuff like that as well. Because I think that would
Yeah,
be pretty
fair
cool, like an
enough.
auto sorter. That would be pretty sick.
Oh,
That
yeah,
is
true.
not wrong.
Yeah,
That'd be very good, actually.
yeah, but I think that there needs to be like an open, not even an open path, like just a, because now that I think about it, it's very exploitable to make it basically an auto sorter that just puts shit in like the middle of honeycomb.
That would be broken as fuck, and
Yeah.
people would exploit it. Like, hey, I'm going to despawn without even being online.
No. It would literally just have a chest in the middle of the honeycomb with all of the shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think
I
they
don't know,
need
Chief.
to do more with the wireless receivers as well, because they're kind of useless. Like
They
Yeah.
are, dude. They really are.
they're only useful
They're
for
actually
opening
really hard to
garage.
fucking get, though.
Sorry.
They're actually really hard to get.
Yeah. And they're only good for like opening fucking doors while you're in a helicopter. Like as in when you're trying to open your helicopter garage and you need to open the door, you just and then it goes on.
True that. What even is there any else to like talk about Rust? It's the thing. Like I don't know, man. Pretty dog shit game.
I mean, Rust is kind of becoming a bit too bloated for itself. Because there's so many features
They're
that
adding so
are
much things
bound-
in, but they're not useful.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's
Yeah,
good that
true.
we get them. The fact that they're adding this much content for free just continually.
It's like
the new
what
mod
happens
event,
to
everything.
they're adding too many like fan done shit. They're doing like the same as Fortnite. They added too much. They're adding too much shit, I reckon. But the thing is that I'm all for adding heaps of shit as long as it fucking
As long as it benefits the player.
no it
Not clans.
no. But
fucking-
like it doesn't want to make it too easy. You don't want to make the game too easy. They need to make sure it's balanced.
Yeah, because Rust is a hard game, and the fact that it's a
very
hard
hard
game is what makes it attractive.
And that it's making it way easier to like do certain things. So yeah, it's just they need to think about what they're like trying to make. Like I reckon that they should make a new like system to
They've tried to make new IPs though, and it just has not worked for them.
Yeah.
Face Punch are
Really?
really stuck in Rust, yeah.
And I was thinking
Like, the studio make a lot of games, and they've got potential, but the problem is people aren't interested. We all want Rust.
yeah.
And that is sad in a way, but in another way puts them to be more focused on the same game.
Yeah. But the thing is
Speaking
that
of...
yeah, go on.
No, you.
No,
No, you.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Fucking old man, righto.
Yeah, Daddy, what's fucking going on?
No.
Right.
Deep DOS.
But legit, one of the games that I'm kind of excited for in that regard, that looks like it's balancing difficulty between people, between groups and players, is
Yeah.
Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, it kind of says that, like, oh, you know, Borderlands 2 was hard to play multiplayer with other people because different levels, different parts of a story, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
They're implementing a system where no matter what level you are, the enemies are going to be balanced to your level in your game. So say if you're in a multiplayer game and you're level 26 and your buddy has been grinding the fuck out as a level 40, the enemies on his game are going to be level 40, but the enemies in your game are going to be level 27 in the multiplayer game.
So it's going to be
And
basically
damage is
like
going to scale across like
Yeah.
the different levels.
damage scaling. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I know that sounds really stupid, but a system like that, not just damage implementations or whatever, but something similar for a group should be attempted. And I mean even just a subtle way attempted to be done. in
Well, I
Rust.
think that what a like a very subtle way was if they changed the way you hear in Rust. Like you
Yeah,
hear
because if
shit.
you're around a lot of people, maybe you just hear the sounds of more footsteps.
and if you're near a lot of
it obscures the
people-
distance you can hear.
No, I reckon it shouldn't obscure. It should muddy the
Oh, that's what I
sounds.
mean.
Yeah.
Obscure, muddy, get
Yeah.
rid of, so on and so forth. Like,
Yeah.
you can't hear a naked creeping up behind you or to the side if
Yeah.
there's 10 other
No.
people full sprinting. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, but like sort of like just like a debuff when certain people.
Not to mention the group system with, like, the green dot.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's ruined Rust in a way.
Yeah, I always
Because it's
loved
just an
killing my
over-reliance
teammates.
on a green dot rather than actual checks and coordination.
I
But you
loved
can't
saying
even
jump
sneak
check,
up
and then
on
they
the
jump,
planes and
and
shit,
then
dude.
I just kill them
I know.
anyway. That was fun.
Clans have just been benefited way too much by this system, and it's being abused.
Dude, I loved it when it was just like, you know, you have to rely on your instinct. You know, and shit.
I kind of... This is going to
That's how you
sound
get-
kind
that's
of
how you
fucked,
got
but
advantage over.
I reckon that they should change the server system. Now, hear me out. What if it connected you to a random server? Like, as in, it didn't,
Within your boundaries of ping and location and whatnot,
it connected
that
you...
could work.
Yeah,
Having a feature that lets you do that.
yeah, no, but no, it doesn't just connect you. It basically... You can play with your friends, and you can play on that particular
So
server.
pretty
but
much
the
just
thing
like a
is-
lobby system for any other game like CSGO
Yeah, so
or whatever.
basically,
It just loads you into a server and you play
yeah,
as a group.
but like you stay on that server until you you can actually decide to quit it, or like you can have like a certain amount of servers
Yeah,
open
there's like
at
a
once.
cooling off period of like 10 minutes or something of, you know,
No,
oh, this server is absolute
'cause then
bullshit, I
people
want to
will
go
think
to
that-
another one.
That they're going to try and implement pay to win or something like that.
I doubt that. I highly doubt that.
I don't think they should be punishing the players for rage quitting, because that's half of the game. Like, let's be honest.
Well, yeah, the game just breeds toxicity.
But I think that if they basically randomized the like the type of people that played, it would make the excitement of the game so much more. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon you're right there. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Alright,
all the
I gotta go,
sweats,
guys.
You gotta go. We may as well wrap up the podcast. I mean, it was pretty chill.
Yeah, pretty short first one.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Alright, I'll see you guys again in 4 months' time when eventually wants to make a second podcast.
Yeah. Oh, what do you reckon? We should do the next podcast on, like a topic. What do you reckon?
Cantaloupes.
Cantaloupes. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. All right. See you guys. Say
Oh,
goodbye,
fucking
Joggler.
Bullshit. Goodbye, Joggler.
Goodbye, Joggler.